What's up, everybody, and welcome to Defend Your Units. I'm Johnny K. Picks, and alongside me here today is Coty MMA, and we are here to break down these 14 fights for UFC 320. How's it going, Cody? How are you looking forward to this card?
Oh yeah, man. No, I think it's a solid card, man. It might not be getting the hype of some of these pay-per-views, but I think there's some fun fights, and we'll get into it. I don't want to spoil anything, but there's some fun fights that I think are going to be really entertaining, and some high level fighters on this card. So I'm excited for it, man. We got a nice little string of cards, like the next 8 weekends.
Yeah, I was going to say
And
7 or 8, I believe, if I'm not
yeah,
mistaken. I think that was including last week, though, too. So we still got a good
yeah.
string.
Yeah, but no, I think it's a solid card, man. I'm excited for it. What about you?
Yeah,
What do you think
yeah,
about it?
same thing. You know, it's a pay-per-view. This is actually, decent. I know I was on your show last week for the UFC Purse show, and we were like, the fighters, they're not really like all that, popular, but it was a fun card still, and ended up winning that show. Shout out to Finesse. I mean, it was a good run, but I had some
Dude, you
pretty big.
crushed
I had
it.
some pretty big ones actually.
Yeah, no, you crushed it, man. You went positive like 14 units or something?
Yeah, that's what you said. I didn't keep track, but I remember my bets, and I was like, oh, I think I said that one. Oh, I think I said that one too.
Yeah. No, you were hitting like 2 unit bet, 2 unit bet, 2 unit bet, like over. And I think you hit the first like 6 bets. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, well, he pretty much locked this up. Yeah.
But
No,
yeah, it
that
was
was
fun.
you
It
did
was
good.
fun as always. But yeah, how'd you do?
Dude, that was I've been on a great run, but other than hitting Magni, yeah, I bet Magni. And look, we'll just get this out of the way. We don't need to get into this long. I didn't actually see your take on it. I get it. I'm biased. At the end of the day, the right man won. That's the thing that I like.
You talking
I
about the
think,
Magni fight?
yeah, like the right fighter who should have. Listen, I get it. The ref touched him, and that sucks. The reality is,
Oh,
there
you're
was
talking about that
one
situation. Okay, now I
There
know what
was
you're talking about.
1 second on the clock. Magny was not going to sleep in the next 1 second. As somebody who has put that choke on 1,000 people and on 10,000 people and has had that choke put on me 10,000 times myself. Like, uh, he wasn't tapping or going to sleep in the next 1 second. If it was even 5 seconds, that total difference. But he wasn't tapping. He didn't go to sleep. Therefore, it would have been a bad stoppage. So basically, we're all saying, oh, well, because the ref almost made an error that cost the rightful winner of the fight, it's like
Hmm.
we're going to make it a no contest. No, the correct person. Now, I don't even give a shit because I'm going to keep my money no matter what. They could change it to a no contest right now for all I care. My cash has already been
It's
given.
it. It's in. I mean,
So,
there's no going back.
yeah, they're not taking my
I
money.
wish there
So,
was, because I'd have a couple extra shekels in my account if that was
bro,
the
who
case.
was it
But
that oh man, who was that one?
I
Jake
remember
Collier. He knocked somebody out, and I had a bunch of money on the opponent, and then he
any Cody
popped me.
Brundage fight, any Cody Brundage. I think I got robbed like 3 or 4 bets out of any of his fights that got no contest, or some shenanigans happened in some way where the point where I lost my bet because he got like a disqualification win or no contest. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just not going to be betting Cody Brundage anymore because of that reason alone.
Yeah, yeah, no. Cody Brundage fights are sketchy in themselves, just because. Did you actually see his last ones are 1-1-1-1? Like
Yeah.
him and what's his name from Balada are like the only two with that. So that's insane. But
But yeah, we'll get going here. We got, like I said, we got 14 fights, and yeah, we'll go to the chat real quick. We got Dix Insider. What's up, Dixon? Welcome back, Johnny and Cody. If there's a real life, I would kiss you on one cheek and pinch the other like Grandma did. We're gonna degen parlay to pay October's child support. Yes, sir. Let's go. Shady, what's up, Shady? Yeah, this is the other Cody. We got the other Cody on. Hey, Blood. I told Blood Money numerous times His seat is available whenever he wants to come back. I'm hoping he comes back, but talk to Cody. Talk to Cody. Where's everyone? I think they're around. They're coming on. Usually, we do start at 6, so maybe they're like, well, he's not doing the show this time. We did start at 6:30 today, so it's all right. Little later than usual. No big deal. No, it's not private either. It's public, but hey, it is what it is. What's up, Derek? Great to be back. Excited for PFL. Oh yeah, PFL's this Friday too as well. Should be a pretty decent one too, right? It's Usman and Hughes, right?
Yeah, the rematch, dude. That fight, we're like one of 16 people that know that fight's happening. Like,
yeah, I just remember when he said, I was like, oh yeah. I mean, I don't do any like serious tape study on PFL. I usually just like maybe look at the main card and like the popular fighters, if you want to say, and I'll like look and see and get a couple bets for fun, and I'll watch that, but nothing too crazy. You do
I
like
used
full
to bet it almost every time, and then I was like, man, you know what? This is too much. I'm gonna focus on like the UFC and Contender Series, and that's been well for me. But,
yeah. I remember too. I was trying to do like a little bit of both, like Bellator, PA. Like I was trying to do everything. And I was like, you know what, man, I just gotta stick to one thing. So I just like UFC only. That's it.
yeah.
But I mean, hey, if you want to do all that stuff, I mean, more power to you. I get it, but it's a lot of
People
stuff.
need to, because there's not a lot of people doing it.
That's true. That gets you more views and subscribers for sure. But yeah, first fight of the night: Veronica Hardy versus Brogan Walker. Who do you like here?
Yeah, I mean, Brogan Walker, round one. No, I'm kidding.
Whoa!
No. Look, man, I mean, Veronica Hardy, she's coming off a loss, and she's probably going to end up north of minus 1,000 here. So, of course, I mean, if you've ever seen me on even, I was going to say my channel, even anybody else's, there's never a world. If you ever saw that I bet minus 1,000, that's like, how people say that's if I post that, I've been kidnapped. Like that,
you've been hacked.
Yeah, I've been hacked, or I'm like sponsored by RainBet. If I'm betting like that little minus 1,000 or whatever, I shouldn't say that. Sorry, Rain. But anyways,
it's being real.
Look, so it's dog or pass no matter what. But Veronica should win, man. She's coming off of like a 10-month layoff. Dan Hardy's going to give her, because the only way you lose this fight is if you come in and basically like choke. She should be able to take Brogan down, if not submit her, just control her. She's just not. Brogan Walker, I'm surprised she's getting another UFC shot, man. Honestly, this girl's not like, what is she good at? Because she doesn't have a ton of power. She doesn't, like, her jiu-jitsu's okay, I guess, but her wrestling's not good, so she can't get the fight down. And then she doesn't
just
have
like average everywhere. Yeah. I think her best trait would be her durability. She's tough. She is tough. But on the feet, that's about I think it.
Hardy would outwork her and just win a decision there too. So I don't know, man. You can't really bet this fight. I actually will say, if you're trying to bet this fight, ends inside the distance, like doesn't go to decision. If you think the line is justified, these two things can't be true. If you think Hardy should be minus 1,000, like she's gonna be like tomorrow, then ends inside the distance should not be like 3-1. So
yeah,
I mean, it's plus 275 right now.
Yeah, I agree with you. I was looking at something maybe even just Hardy inside the distance, because I think everyone's going to think that Hardy's wins, right? So inside the distance for her is plus 290. Like, yeah, she wins that. She wins this fight like 95% of the time. It's crazy.
Well, ends inside the distance was like the same for me, at least for the books I was seeing. It was like maybe plus 250, and then fight doesn't go, like for Hardy inside the distance, but then fight doesn't go to decision was like plus 275. I mean, yeah, it was like that. It was something like that. So, or I mean, vice versa. It was like plus 275, and Hardy inside the distance was like plus 300. So it didn't really. It was basically, you might as well take the fight doesn't go, but. You could also fight goes split plus 800. Hey, you might get you might see it's low level of women's MMA. If they're saying the fight's going to distance, it's like 3-1 to go the distance. If they're
Yeah.
saying it's going the distance, you're going to tell me there's not more of a chance than that one of the judges could score this shit for Rogan. I don't know, man. We'll see, but or even the other way, like, you might get that one rogue scorecard,
Mm-hmm.
and the rightful person wins. But 8-1 seems a little crazy if they're saying it's going to the distance in a women
Yeah.
fight. Anyways, what do you think, man? You got anything else on this one?
No, I mean, obviously Hardy, I'm picking her to win by decision. I think that's how she wins more times than not. I mean, when we were talking, I was trying to look for a bet if you wanted to bet this, because I'm pretty confident Hardy wins, but minus 700 right now, like you said, probably will end up being around 1,000 by fight time. The only other thing I could think of is if maybe you throw like her minus 3.5 spread in a parlay. I don't even know what that's at right now. You can maybe do by sub or decision, because if I think this fight might get to the mat, and if so, there's a chance she can get a sub, but I don't think she's gonna be able to get a knockout, maybe a ground and pound knockout. So like it's hard. Like you almost have to pass unless you just throw like over 2.5 in the parlay, or Hardy by decision in a parlay, even though that's only minus like 215. It's like, so it's not even worth it to me, because she might win inside the distance. So it's like hard to find a bet for this, even though I'm pretty confident Hardy wins this. Like I said, like 90% of the time, like 9 out of 10 times. I just think she's better everywhere. Not to say she's amazing, but like she's just a level above Walker in every facet in this fight. She'd have to legit make a mistake or something fluky for Brogan Walker to win. That's it. Walker's literally just average everywhere.
Hardy inside the distance right now plus 290. Fight doesn't go plus 275. So just on the off chance,
I'll take the Hardy.
Oh no, man.
If it's only like 20 cents, yeah, you definitely just do doesn't go for sure. I was just
that's how you get your arm, man.
Because that's the time when you do it and you're like, fuck.
But yeah, no.
But yeah, you think she wins by decision probably? For your,
that's what
like pick.
Yeah, Hardy decision is the most likely. That's why I'm thinking, it's a little scary. Be careful parlaying that.
Yeah, that's why I said like it's tough. I wish the line was a little bit better, but I'll probably just skip it.
Yeah.
Unless, like I said, unless you want to throw a little dart on fight doesn't go to decision. That's like really the only play. You just like throw a few bucks on it and hope for the best.
Yeah, I mean, if you think Hardy's going to smoke her, I think the play is.
Well, my thing is, you brought up a good point. If a fighter is like minus 700 or minus 1,000, they should be winning inside the distance. They should be. I don't care which fighter it is. Like,
and if you
they
don't
have
think
that
they
price
are,
tag,
then you should bet the opponent because the line's off.
Exactly. So there you go. Corey, what's up, Corey? I'm putting my kids' savings on Alex Pereira. Okay. Well, it's not terrible, but hopefully you hit it though. If you do, give me the adopted Walker sister by Heel Hook. What up, Kamari? Appreciate you coming out. Hey, fellas, what's up, Haymaker? Hard to play, hard. Yeah, the odds for sure. When Johnny says I was looking at something with Hardy, he meant her feet. Well, don't tell everybody, Dixon. Come on, man. She should finish. I mean, she should, but she's really not a finisher. She only has like, 2 finishes in her career? 1 KO and 1 sub? Something along those lines.
Yeah, that's why the line's kind of crazy.
Yeah, hope she gets enough. And then Brogan Walker, like we said too, like she's durable and she's tough and she'll stick it out on the feet. That's why I said it might have to be like a late sub. So maybe round 3 sub or finish for Hardy. Because I don't think it's going to happen in round 1. Probably not round 2, but maybe round 3. Maybe. So there's another bet you can maybe do and throw a little dart on. Dan Hardy trying to keep her from being a full 10 so she won't leave for someone richer. That's hilarious. -3 spread. I do like the -3. Do you know the odds for the -3? It's not on DraftKings or anything. It's probably on Bet Online, but I don't have Bet Online. Or 7.5. I'm a little sketchy about the 7.5 though. I will say. But I do like the spread though. If it's like minus 150, which it's not probably.
You got to be careful with those.
Yeah, the minus 3-1s are funky because of the judges. If it goes decision, I'm always sweating. I don't really do the minus 3s. I like the plus 3s, but not the minus 3s really. But we'll move on to the next one. We got Ramiz Brahimaj versus Austin Vanderford. And yeah, this is an interesting fight. Both guys are, they want to get this fight to the mat. Ramiz is more of the grappler. He's got very good submissions. He does have okay striking. He's got some power in his hands, but he's not very technical or anything. He can slow down a little bit as the fight goes on, but he is pretty durable. Vanderford's basically a wrestler too. He doesn't really strike that often, but he uses it to set up his takedowns. Good top control, good ground and pound. That's his game mainly. Shin's a little questionable at times too, but I got to go with the wrestler in Vanderford. I think he wins. I think he can get takedowns. Also, Ramiz's takedown defense is not good at all. But like I said, he does have good guillotine, got good grappling if he scrambles. But I think Vanderford's wrestling is going to be good. I think he won't put himself in any crazy positions. I think he'll be more position over like anything crazy that he does. I think this fight goes over 1.5. I think it goes probably over 2.5 too. I just see a lot of takedowns, a lot of control time. Fight's not going to be on the feet for too much if it is, but maybe it is because maybe they're both going to be worried about each other's ground games. So, but even if that's the case, I still think I would lean Vanderford, but I mean, it wouldn't be as much of a confidence pick if there is wrestling going than I do like Vanderford here by decision. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I mean, I bet Vanderford over Veretnikov, but I think this is kind of tough for him to be such a favorite. I mean, Ramiz is a bad minute winner, so I kind of get it.
I think he is, finisher bust for sure.
Yeah, quite literally so far in his career, it's been finisher bust. I think he's 0-4 to the decision. Yeah. And Vanderford's got good wrestling. That's why I knew, we'll get into Veretnikov, that would be a bad matchup. But I mean, Ramiz is dangerous. Obviously, got good jiu-jitsu. It does look like the striking's gotten better. Looks like he's in the best shape, of his career these past couple fights. So I think Ramiz is dangerous for Vanderford, who is, he's 35, been knocked out, been hurt on several fights. Line's probably a bit wide. I don't know if I'll get to it. I think Vanderford wins. I don't really want to bet a guy who I've never been big on Ramiz. I've faded him successfully a couple times. He did burn me. One of my worst bets of last year was Mickey Gall. I bet Mickey Gall's money line, and I called that my worst bet of the year. Maybe it was a worse one. Who knows? But overall, I've been pretty successful fading Ramiz. I will say though, he's gotten better. I'd be careful trusting Vanderford at these type of lines. He's probably winning the minutes of the whole fight, but would I be shocked if Ramiz clipped him or even snatched up his neck? I really wouldn't. So, yeah. What about you?
That's the same thing with me. I don't like the line. I don't like the minus. He's at minus 300 right now. To me, that's a little insane. Maybe minus 200. I feel a little bit more confident, but I mean, Vanderford's not that. I mean, he is what he is. Like, he was good in Bellator. Don't get me wrong, but that's Bellator. Like, this is a different breed here. I mean, but he is fighting Ramiz, who I do think is kind of one-dimensional with his grappling and subs, but is this going to play into his game if he does wrestle, which I do think he should. I think he's good enough to and not put himself in a weird position to get subbed, but you never know. There's always that chance. So I would look more at the overs personally, like even over 1.5. I know it's only like minus 240, but it's a little better price tag if you like Vanderford. I do think there's going to be a lot of grappling or wrestling, and Vanderford is probably going to stay on top and be safe and do a little ground and pound here and there and just make sure Ramirez is on his back pretty much the whole fight. That's probably going to be his game plan.
Yeah.
Even over 2.5 is not that bad. I mean, you be sweating the first 5 minutes, but after that, like, I think it's safe. Because Ramirez usually gets his finishes in round 1, right? Usually, or maybe early round 2.
Definitely, most of them are round 1.
Yeah, so I think it. Yeah, I do like the. If that's what I would do if I played this fight, just any over. Fight starts round 3. That's how you should play this fight. Just me. Let's see. Haymaker. I'm on the dog KO decision for Ramirez. Okay. Definitely happen. Vanderford's a little chinny at times. The one thing I could tell you for sure about this fight is Vanderford has been working overtime on the bedroom cardio with Paige on the OnlyFans page. Yep, that's probably true. Ramirez is who I would normally pick to get the dog money, but my new algorithm picked Vandy, and it's 88% after 2 weeks. Dang, Derek, you've been holding out on us. Well, then I'm glad I'm picking Vanderford for sure. He has power.
That's pretty dope, Derek.
Peak got KO'd. Artem, what's up, Artem? Johnny K, I'm sorry you weren't elected as Pope. You are still God's strongest soldier. Yeah, another Chicago guy got it instead. So, but our guy is coming up next week. Artem, got to get back in the swing of things with Charlie O. Let's get it. Let's get it. Also, John and Cody, just so y'all know, wearing funny hats in the UFC is no longer plus EV. So don't let the experts make you think otherwise. That's hilarious. That's true. They have not been that. The funny hats have been on a little bit of a curse, if you want to say.
One of them was that flyweight Ultimate Fighter guy, and then I'm trying to remember the other one. I don't remember. There was another one recently.
Yeah, I can't remember too, but I know the funny hats aren't working too much lately. Ever since Shavkat hasn't fought in like 2 years, so that's when they all started going downhill.
Exactly. What up, though, Dixon?
We got Ghost Dunk. What's up, my man? Cubs win tomorrow. Of course they win tomorrow. I know they lost today, but appreciate the $5 dono, my man. Keep it going. Keep it going. But who are they? If anybody knows, I don't know who they're starting tomorrow. They haven't said it yet, but I think they'll win it, though. They should win it. If they don't, tip classic Cubs. We got this. Yes, we do. What's up, Effie? Any Action Sportscast? Let's go indeed. Next fight, Puna Soriano versus Nikolai Vertenikov. Who do you like?
Yeah, I was kind of tempted on taking a dog shot just on the line, but I'm gonna probably sit back because Soriano has been using his wrestling a little bit more. At least he did in the Beza fight. He didn't need it in the last one, but I mean, how much does that fight really show us? I'm an Alaskan myself, but is Medik that great? No, but
hey, he's Serbian, okay.
No, but wasn't he an Alaskan FC guy?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
that's where he fought before UFC. Or
so I always like to root for them, but at the same time, but still, it should be the other way around. He came to Alaska and killed a bunch of my brethren in the cage. But anyways, yeah, Britnikov, I actually bet him in that last fight, that Prado fight. I faded him in the Austin Vanderford fight, and he was just getting taken down. That was pretty easy, but stylistically, I knew the Prado fight would be better for him there. That being said, it was, my God, I was puckered up. It should have been an easy win, but I think I posted, and for like Britnikov is doing, he did everything he could to lose, and somehow won despite it. But I mean,
yeah, I do remember that fight.
He was pulling guillotines and throwing those spin kicks from like clinch range. And I can't remember what else. He did something else. I think I can't remember, but he was pulling that dumbass guillotine that was never even he didn't even sniff getting close to it. I can't remember, but it was awful. Yeah, I think Soriano wins. I mean, I've been pretty good so far on this guy Frednikov's fights. I just think his striking low key is good. So if Soriano comes in here and doesn't shoot takedowns, he's probably going to get pieced up. But Feridnikov's never going to be a good grappler, bro. Like, he's just not at this point of his career. He's been fighting long enough. His grappling's that shit that I've seen in the last couple of fights. Like Prado is a small striker. He's a lightweight striker, like a lightweight boxer. And he was out there making the fight close. No. I won that, and some people were saying that fight should have went the other way. No, come on, man. Veritnikov won that fight. That being said,
I think it was it came down. I think it was round 2 that was the closest
I can't
round.
remember, but
there was one round that was so close that it could literally go either way.
Yeah, I thought Veritnikov was just landing the better shots, but I still walked away from it got away with one in the sense of Veritnikov
with him barely he should have won more convincingly. Yeah,
he loses that. He was trying to lose, but I'll say Soriano gets the takedowns, but it's another guy like the last fight. It's like, are you really trying to bet him at these type of odds, man? I don't know. If people are like 170 Soriano, I mean, I don't know. Have we really seen that much to tell us that he's like a different guy?
What, we saw 2 fights maybe at 170, right?
At least in a row. I think he had some in the past.
2 in a row. Yeah. So I mean, he won both of them. So gotta give him a little credit there.
He's
but
I mean, it was a good performance, but it is what it is. I mean, skilled guy, but Beza has his own problems, and then Madik, come on.
Yeah.
That's a low level. That's like a regional level win.
Yeah. I mean, I'm on Soriano as well. I was kind of like, this was one of them. I was like, well, maybe Veritnikov could win. He has a legit shot. I wouldn't say he has no shot, because we are talking about Puna here. Like, this guy has like some of the weirdest game plans, fight IQ moments in the ring. He looked good in his last 2 fights at 170, but do you fully trust him at what, minus 170? Oh, I'm sorry, minus 340. I lied. At minus 340, do you trust him to win? No. That is awful. That line is terrible. It has to be dog or pass, right? Like, I wouldn't bet Puna at minus 340. It's insane.
Yeah, nah.
I do think he wins. He needs to wrestle, though, and that he might look minus 340. But if he doesn't, it's going to be a pick'em for sure. And I don't want to sweat for 10 to 15 minutes and see who wins. I do kind of like the over again. The over 1.5 is minus 175. That's what I was looking at when I said 175. I do like that. I think both guys are pretty durable. I don't think, if Soriano does get the wrestling going early, I think he's going to have to wear on Nikolai a little bit for him to maybe give up a ground and pound KO or even a head and arm choke on the ground. But it's going to be over. I think it's going to be over 1.5 unless somebody just clips somebody in the first couple minutes, but we'll see. But I'm going to go with Soriano to win. I'm going to actually say by decision. Both guys are tough, durable. I think he gets it done like that. But I can see Soriano getting a KO, and I can see Nikolai maybe getting a KO. But both guys are durable, so I like that over 1.5. That's why I like it a lot. Yeah,
no, I lean towards a decision.
Let's see what everybody says. Puna submission. It's not bad. Be smart. Yeah, that's the problem. The game plan is there. There is a path to victory. The blueprint has been shown by Austin Vanderford. So let's see if Puna can replicate that, and if he does. I'm sure he can, but I don't know if he will. That's the problem. The long-awaited turn of our new D1 Puna. Yep. Also, moment of silence. We watched the rematch of the century, Lobo versus Chugugov in PFL. Yeah, I saw that on Twitter. Unfortunately, that is sad. And we got Jack in here. What's up, Jack? Cody at Taylor Swift concert. Are you at Taylor Swift concert, Cody?
In the background? That's a good eye, man. How did he know? That's exactly where I
am. Next one here, we got the long-awaited second debut of Patchy Mix. Hopefully it's a little bit better versus Jacob I don't know how to say his name. Wilcats or whatever you want to say. I don't know. Willots. Who do you like here? Actually, it's my turn. I lied. I'm gonna go with Patchy Mix because I still have some faith in him. Some, not a lot, because that was one of the worst performances by anybody who's remotely talented as Patchy Mix is in his last fight against Batista. But he is fighting a newcomer in Jacob. Patchy Mix is an amazing grappler, as we all know. His striking is pretty good. He does have some good knees and elbows and stuff when he is standing up, but he's mainly a grappler. And then you got Jacob, who's also a good wrestler. He can strike a little bit, but he's durable. He's got good submissions as well. But I just think if this fight does get to the mat, like, you're going to know who's better. And I think Patchy might actually try to get this fight to the mat. Maybe. That's why I don't want to bet this fight, because I want to see if he actually does get this fight to the mat. But if it's on the feet again, I mean, anything can happen. And I did not like what I saw on the feet from Patchy Mix in his last fight. He just was a punching bag for 15 minutes, didn't move his head, flat-footed. It was awful. And if Jacob shoots takedowns, I'll go right into Patchy Mix's game. And he's got good scrambles. He's got good reversals, all that good stuff too. So I'm going to go Patchy to win. Not confident, because he has to prove it to me, and I'm not going to lay the minus 310 to see it either. I'd probably just do like Patchy by sub if you wanted to do Patchy, but even then, I don't even like it either. What do you think?
Yeah, man, I really
this is a stay away fight.
I don't have a ton to add, man. You made basically all the points I wanted to. They fight kind of similar. Like, both guys really good jiu-jitsu, but not the best striking. I do think Patchy Mix, like, for somebody who, I faded against Mario Batista, and Mario at the time, Batista was the one everybody hated. And I love fading, or I love betting on guys that everybody hates. I made a post about that, listing like a bunch of recent ones where I've gotten like crazy odds betting on these guys who like the whole community hates. Now it's kind of flipped, because honestly, I think if that mixed fight didn't happen, not only if the mixed fight didn't happen, even if the performance happened, but if people weren't like hating Mix like they do, I think he'd be minus 400 or 500 right now. I honestly think, even though neither are great strikers, Patchy probably is going to be able to outstrike this guy. So even if he does come in like the last fight and not shoot a ton of takedowns, he could probably just, I think it's pronounced Vislax. I think it's like V. But yeah, I think Mix could just piece him up on the feet. I don't see him falling into a submission. So yeah, Patchy Mix, I'm leaning probably a submission of his own, but wouldn't play around with the method, because I think it could go a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, if you want to, maybe later props, like round 2, round 3 props, like submission. I think round 1 will be pretty safe for both guys, but maybe Jacob does slow down a little bit, maybe gets caught after a while when he's tired. Maybe Patchy does too, who knows? But yeah, I don't know what the over 2.5 is. Minus 166. Yeah, stay away fight for me, but I hope Patchy Mix looks a little bit better than last time. I mean, it's a low bar, but shit, I was all happy when he came to the UFC, and after that last fight, I was like, man, he can go back. I don't need to see him anymore. I was so pumped for him too.
I could fade him again in the next fight, but
yeah,
this fight, I think it's the UFC.
He's fighting a UFC newcomer on the early prelims of a pay-per-view now.
They're getting him back on track, man.
Yeah, that pretty rough. Let's see. The Patchy come back. He will be ready this time. Let's hope. What's up, Dad? That a dentist just dropped by to hit the like. Appreciate you stopping by. Good luck at the dentist. All that good stuff. It's never fun, but it is what it is. We gotta do what we gotta do. Next one, Macy Chiasson versus Yana Santos. Who do you like in this one?
I like Macy. Definitely sucks what happened during the last fight. Like Vieira with the weight debacle, they changed the weight, then she misses. I don't know. It definitely seemed like it affected the fight. I should have cashed out of my bet. I had Macy there, and I mean, it is what it is. But actually, I can't remember. Maybe I can't remember if I cashed out of that. I have to go back and check. I remember being really torn.
I know I didn't cash out and I
I
was
can't
mad.
remember if I did. I rarely cash out of bets. I remember posting about potentially cashing out, and then I didn't remember if I did. But regardless, yeah, did a lot of people have left Fortis MMA? So interesting. But there's another person on this card. I can't remember off the top of my head, um, but yeah, no, I think Macy really is good. She's big for the division. I mean, it seems like she's been able to make the weight class pretty well. So at least these last couple. But um, yeah, Santos, I think she's been kind of overachieving. Even that last fight, it was like Misha in that third round. All of a sudden, just got her down and was dominating her. It's like you probably should have done that sooner. But yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, no, Olajuwon. Saif, I've never been a big fan, to be honest. Yeah, but at the same time, I think Macy should win the fight. I think Santos pretty tough, pretty solid in the clinch, which could make this competitive because Macy loves to work in the clinch. But I think Macy's just a little better pretty much everywhere, and she is tough and bigger. So I think she should win the fight, man. Probably decision, but just not somebody I'm trying to lay that like chalk on. I mean, I'm rarely trying to pay women's MMA chalk except in certain circumstances, and this isn't one of them. So
Yeah.
I'll take Macy by decision. What do you think?
This is the one I'm going to take a shot on the dog. I'm actually going to take a shot on Santos here. I like her striking. I think her striking is a little bit better than Macy's. I think it's a little more technical. She does hit hard. I think she has quicker hands too. Not to say Macy's bad striking. She's got good striking too. She's dangerous. She's got good elbows too. She's going to be bigger. That does worry me a bit. But with Macy too, like she's one of those fighters, man. You're like, okay, all you have to do is A, B, C, and what you go in there and do. CZF. You're like, what are you doing? Like, you are not doing nothing what you should be doing. And then, like, she doesn't change at all. She'll just keep doing the same stuff that's not working. And I don't like Santos knows what she is. She's a striker. She's not going to try to get us fights in the match. She's got pretty good takedown defense. I don't know if Macy knows what she really is. Like, she can wrestle. She can grapple. She used to be just a striker. And then now she like is trying to like implement everything, which is good, but like I don't think it's all clicking all of a sudden. And her last fight, even with Ketlin, I know with all the weight stuff, like she didn't look good. And Ketlin's pretty good too, and she's better than Santos, but like I didn't like what I saw. So I think Santos can make this competitive. I think this fight goes to decision, and it might be a close one. So for this one, I would maybe look at the +3.5 spread for Santos. I think she can win one round, and that's at -140. It's not too bad, but yeah, I'm just gonna take a shot on Santos. I think if she can keep this fight on the feet, I think she can land a ton on Macy and hit some pretty good shots. So see what happens. But again, like Macy probably should win this fight, but it's like the Puna situation. Like I I can't trust her fully. Like I tried to trust her and it just completely backfired on me because she's like she does really good in one fight. And you're like, "Oh, maybe she got everything." And then the next fight she comes in and she looks like complete ass. And you're like, "What are you doing, girl?" It's like
It's
nothing.
probably going 15. So
Yeah.
I can't knock anybody taking a dog shot.
And then, like, if you go back and look at some of her fights, and this is another thing that made me just more on Santos, is like she didn't beat Norma Dumont. I didn't think so. She did. It was a split, and she won. She was looking really good against Irene Aldana until the up kick, so that was kind of a little fluky. She dominated Panny. Panny's not that good. She got that good elbow in the clinch against Silva, which the doctor stopped it, so that was good on her too. And then Ketlin Vera, and she looked like crap. So it's like, and then the Raquel Pennington before Norma, like I was like, oh my gosh, like looking at some of these, I'm like, man, you got like unlucky, lucky, like it's just very like weird how a lot of some of her fights have been going. So I mean, I think this is a good matchup though, because they're both kind of in the same situation and like at the same time in their careers, and they're both like the same age and stuff. But I just like Yana's striking a little bit more. I'll be honest. If she can keep it on feet, I think she's got a shot.
Yeah. I mean, I think she's got a shot, especially because I think it's going to go 15. So I can't blame you.
Yep. Macy -3.5. Okay. 7 weeks old. What's up, Elijah One? Brahimaj going to go crazy on him when Neil got KO'd by Prates.
Yeah, that was crazy. Did you see that?
I don't think I did.
When Neil got KO'd, like Brahimaj was going off on
was he in the corner or
his
something?
coach Saeed.
Oh, okay.
Or Saeed.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Down under time is effed up. Has hope the dental. Yep. See, yeah, exactly. It's crazy. I thought you were talking about Petrosky. Oh yeah, and that guy too. Yeah, he's banned. He's banned, officially banned from picking, from betting, anything. We had good times, me and him, but we don't have any more good times. Like that was just. I'm tired of somebody not following game plans when they should, and they just don't even attempt to take down. It's awful. And he gets clipped.
That was disgusting.
That was like, I think that was the first bet I lost on Wager Wars. I was like, you know what? He's done. He ruined my streak and everything. I think we could see a brawl here in round 2 that might end in someone getting finished. That's true. Could. What's up, Iridos? Are you guys going to go through some PFL fights? I mean, I didn't really do any research, but we can look at like the main card or something if you want to at the end or something. I mean, I only know like 2 fights that are happening, to be honest. I didn't look at the card, but if she doesn't win round 1, that's bad. We're talking about Santos or Macy or both. Because honestly, I think if both of them don't win round 1, I think it's bad for them. Nobody has a bigger soft spot in the heart for Russian MILFs than Johnny. That is true. I do like me some Eastern European girls. So what the hell does they have to do? Everybody? Yeah, I don't know. Everybody's just jetting, like you said. So it's weird. All right, next one here. Daniel Santos versus Joe Sang You or Ju Sang You, whatever you want to say. Who do you like here?
I like Santos, man. You definitely has some power. It was a great knockout, but I think like the fact that he, people are doing the thing they did with that other guy, who was the other Asian fighter? They were like, oh man, this is Korean Connor. And then that guy got exposed. They're kind of doing like
I know who you're talking about. Oh my god, he hasn't fought, and I think he's done. What's his name?
I don't know what it is with the community wanting to see like an Asian guy who has like a sniper punch, sniper.
He just looked good in the Dana White Contender Series. That was the only fight that he did that in.
Yeah, but people just like this guy, and they're also just begging to have some sort of, because just like the last guy, it wasn't deserved when they said that last time. But anyways, it was a cool knockout. No, I'm not thinking of Asakura. There was another guy.
He was it was like a really small welterweight guy. I don't remember his name.
No, not Tyra. Tyra's jiu-jitsu guy. But anyways, regardless, I think he's obviously got power. He seems like a tough dude. I've seen him get clipped, but he can eat shots. At least so far, it's worked out for him. Daniel Santos, like, he's not fantastic anywhere, but he's well-rounded. And honestly, I was impressed with that last performance, man. I faded him in the last one against Lee, and I was not expecting them to come up short notice, up a weight class after pulling out of 15 fights. I mean, it's crazy how many he's pulled out of. But I got to say, man, like, he looked better than ever. That was the best shape I've seen him look in, and now he's going to be able to have more time to fill into the weight class. He's super well-rounded, the experience, and then it's like even money. I mean, I think I don't know. I think the line's off, man. I mean, clearly I just tried to fade the guy. I've never been a huge Daniel Santos guy, but I'm kind of surprised. I mean, I just think he's just better, more technical pretty much everywhere other than maybe range striking. But yeah, I think Santos should win here, man. Give me Santos, maybe decision. I think you is pretty tough, but yeah, I'll take him to win. I haven't bet it yet though. What about you?
Yeah, I'm on the same boat as you. I mean, I do think you is good. He has some potential. He's still young. He is young, right? Yeah. Oh no, he's not. Well, he is kind of young in the UFC. Let's put it that way. That's what I meant. He's 31. But I just think Santos is a little bit more well-rounded. I like his grappling. He's got pretty good takedowns, good striking too. He is a little hittable on the feet. But if he mixes in the striking like he did his last fight against Lee, like I could see that this fight going the same way as the last fight. Like Santos is good. I actually liked him a lot when he first got into the UFC, and then he just started um not fighting. He kept getting, I don't know if he got injured or if he couldn't make weight, all of this, whatever, but he's not bad. He's not amazing anywhere, but like you said, he's well-rounded enough to where I think he can win a lot of these fights against like some of these newcomers in the UFC. And I think he does it again. I think he did the same thing with Lee. I think he can do the same thing to you. So I'm going to go with Santos. I know a lot of people are on you. He might be the public dog of the week, but I wouldn't write off Santos at all. I think he can, if he gets his fight to the mat and starts using his grappling, different story. This fight he's gonna look minus 200 at least. If he doesn't, the line's appropriate. So give me Santos to win. I also think it goes to decision, maybe a late finish. And if it is a late finish, it's probably gonna be a submission because he got the fight to the mat, took the back, and probably a rear naked choke. But I think it does go to decision. He probably wins. I think he wins round 3 for sure. Maybe you can sneak in, not sneak, but maybe he wins round 1. But round 2, whoever probably wins round 2 is going to win this fight for sure.
Yeah, I think I might end up with some money on him, but
yeah, I'm gonna wait and see where this line goes. Hopefully, it's gonna go the right way, and then we will put a little bet on Willie Cat. Over under, I would go over on this one for sure. What's the price on that? It's a good question. It is minus 175. I don't mind it. You could probably just do fight goes a distance, get a little bit better odds, but I think Santos wins this fight. So,
by the way, Dixon, that's not the one I was thinking of, Ishihara. But that dude is a legend. He did used to say some crazy, and then I remember he said, I just remember like when he first came to the UFC, they were like, oh, why do you want to be a UFC fighter? He was like, to get blank,
bitches.
I don't want to say, but apparently this dude was like a legend out there, and I don't want to pull the classic American and get the country wrong. I can't remember what kind of Asian we're talking about here, but wherever that is, he apparently would just be like absolutely pull. I mean, I'm assuming it was Japan, but wherever. I mean, apparently this dude was just like absolute legend there. But anyways, yeah, we can. What were you saying here? Oh yeah,
that's hilarious. I'm on Zombie Jr. though. Untested Willie Cat is lazy in his small featherweight. He is a smaller featherweight, but honestly, their size they're the same. They're both 5'7". You has a little like a 4-inch reach advantage, but they're the same height. So
he probably will be a little bigger in there. He's got like a little bit bigger frame when they get in there. I think he'll probably look a little stronger.
But Santos was super small against Lee, though. Like Lee is
exactly
massive featherweight.
Exactly.
So if he can bully Lee, after the first round, obviously, but I think he could bully.
I was impressed.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not saying Yu has no shot, but I mean, this is gonna be a fun fight. It's close to the line for a reason. But I'm just gonna go with the experience. Sexy Yama. What's up, Joey? Who's Joey? Got a vent about last weekend. I had the 11-man Aussie parlay. It all went up to smoke after they robbed Jake Matthews. I would be pissed. If that was your last leg and you thought you won it after round 1, oh my god, I would be pissed too. Oh, he's 5'9". Well, Tapology says 5'7", so Tapology is wrong at times, so that's why I said 5'7". So Breaking news: Rose will face the winner of Nunes Harrison. Well, she's going down then if that's the case.
I honestly think you probably is closer to 5'9". Yeah,
Okay.
that feels
I was
right.
just
I think
going off of that. So I
yeah.
mean, yeah, it's probably true.
Yeah, no, he is going to be a little bit bigger, but it's not going to be as much of a discrepancy, like you said, as the Lee fight. And I mean,
Lee
I
is
get it.
was massive.
Lee's not a great grappler, but I don't think you is either. So
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I think he might be a little bit better than Lee, but he's not known to be a grappler, though. That's the thing.
come on.
So I think Willie Cat will be fine in that scenario. Report him to the UN for crimes against humanity. That's hilarious. All right, next one: Farid Basharat versus Chris Gutierrez. I'll go ahead and go. Yeah, this is. I mean, I can see a world where Chris Gutierrez gets those leg kicks going early, like he has to, and he makes us a striking fight and go to decision, and it's going to be a close one, and maybe you can win it. Cool, but I'm not going to go that route. I'm going to go with Basharat, the better Basharat of the brothers. He's well-rounded. I like his striking. I like his takedowns. He's got good grappling too. Chris does not have great takedown defense. He does work to get back up. But after a while, if you get him on his back, he doesn't give up. He doesn't give up at all. That's why I said Chris has to get those leg kicks going like he does in each and every one of his fights. He doesn't really throw his hands too much, but he has a spinning elbow here and there. But main kick, or his main thing, is his leg kicks. And if he can't get the leg kicks going, then he's not going to win the fight. So it's very hard to back Chris Gutierrez in against anyone who can remotely wrestle and or grapple. But I think Basharat is actually pretty good at doing both, and he's a good striker as well. So he's well-rounded. I'm going to say Basharat wins by decision again, but I can see maybe a late sub. But again, Basharat usually goes to decision. I think his last fight, he got that sub, and he it was a long time ago. Never mind. It was a long time ago. Forgot about 2 fights, but I think Basharat wins this fight by decision. But again, the line is so freaking far out there. I mean, almost minus 500 now. Even if you do over 2.5, it's minus 300. It's a little bit better. You can maybe do Basharat minus 3.5. That could get you a little bit better. But other than that, I don't know. A lot of these lines are so freaking juiced. It's insane. But I do like Basharat to win by decision. Who do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think Basharat should be the favorite too.
A minus 500 favorite?
I think he's the better of the brothers, and Gutierrez has been taken down before. We've seen, he can be out grappled. I also don't think he's the best at coming back from adversity. So if Basharat, takes him down early, definitely not going to be good. But I don't know. I mean, I do feel like, man, this is kind of the story on a couple of these fights, but this is probably another one where I just feel like the line's probably a bit wide, man. I just think Gutierrez on the feet is going to be a lot faster. And Basharat, I mean, his striking's not bad, man. It's pretty solid. It's come along. But I do think even though Gutierrez, maybe he's not improving as much as Basharat is going to be between fights, would I be shocked if Gutierrez was able to maybe went around from hurting him, or with people are gonna overstate.
Gonna be leg kicks only.
I try to not, but I mean it is something that needs to be said. And that is a good way to deter grappling. You don't want to kick high as often or even to the body, but you can get away with kicking to the leg when you got laser fast leg kicks like somebody like Gutierrez. So, I think it'd be a good idea, especially early. And so I'm going to be keeping an eye on this line. This is one of the dogs where, especially if it keeps growing, I might be tempted. I won't even probably get cued. I'll just take his money line. But yeah, I just wouldn't be shocked. And I've never really been a Gutierrez guy. I really haven't. These prelims are full of guys that I've been looking to fade. But yeah, I think Gutierrez is better than what this line suggests, man. I would not be shocked if he won a competitive decision. So
yeah, I could totally see that for sure.
Pick, but I think it's dog or pass.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm not going to touch the Basharat money line. There's no way. If I would bet this fight, it would be probably the overs. To throw in a parlay and then hope for the best and move on to the next leg. Because I mean, 9 out of 10 times this fight probably goes to decision.
Yeah.
Maybe 8. I'll say 8. 8 out of 10 times. I'll be a little bit more conservative. Let's see. Roland, what's up, Roland? Bashing Rot for the win. As if another 11-man parlay with super dog odds will hit in a lifetime. Hey, it could happen. Hey, do this card. Maybe it happens. You never know. So are we laddering bash takedowns, boys? How many? Up to how many? I would say up to 3. I mean, 3 for sure, because I think you can get 1 takedown a round. And maybe 4. Up to 4. Whatever that is. That's good.
I
That's
will say, man, as somebody who thinks Gutierrez is live, the only dangerous part about that is if he takes him down 3 times, man, he might submit him.
Well, that's what I was saying. Maybe late 3rd round, like he gets in a weird spot and then gets the rear naked choke or something like that.
Yeah,
maybe. Jim Pardo's Vegas must have bribed you. I'm not the only one with the Aussie parlay. All right, next one is going to be Edmund Shabazian versus Andre Muniz. Who do you like here?
I think Edmund wins. I mean, I've Muniz is another guy. It's like, man, from the beginning when he came, and you know he got a lot of hype after he broke Souza's arm, Jacare, but rightfully so. Dude has a nasty armbar, good jiu-jitsu. And yeah, we've seen Edmund. So yeah, I mean, would it be really smart at this point of his career to be betting Edmund as a big favorite against like anybody who can spell grappling? I mean, or cardio? Probably not. The good thing for him is Muniz doesn't really have a good gas tank either. So
not the greatest wrestling either.
Typically gets these submissions early. So I don't know, man. I mean, it's probably Edmund. Edmund's probably going to knock him out early, but I'm not an Edmund. Like, I like Edmund, super fun to watch, but, you know, the days of parlaying him, at least for the time being, like, I don't know how people could look at this and be like, yeah, what could go wrong? It's like, hey, man, I've seen that story, but I do think he is going to knock Muniz out. So, hey, maybe the parlay boys will cash here and they'll tell me I'm down, because if he wins, he's going to make Muniz look silly and just knock him out in the first couple of minutes probably. But hey, we've seen him a little bit more patient since the last couple, so maybe he comes in a little bit more patient, because it's not like Muniz has, neither one have great gas tanks. So I don't know. Yeah, I'll take Edmund early KO though.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta go Edmund here. Like, yeah, it's striker versus grappler for sure. Whoever implements what their game plan is going to win this fight, obviously. But I don't trust Muniz at all, especially after his last few fights. You know, if you're getting KO'd by Paul Craig, you barely beat Park, and you got KO'd by Aliskerov. Like, Edmund's, I think, a more dangerous striker than Aliskerov. Yeah, you're probably going to get KO'd in this fight too. And I just don't think Andre has the takedown or the wrestling to do it. And Edmund's pretty, once he is taken down, he doesn't get up. But like, he does have decent takedown defense in the beginning round, like in the round 1. It's just once he starts tuckering out a little bit after a round or two, then he gives up takedowns super easy. But like you said, Andre doesn't really have a good gas tank either to do it for 15 minutes. So there's a couple ways I would probably attack this fight for bets. I do like Edmund by KO. You can do Edmund by round 1 or 2 KO. I like that spot too. Or you can do Edmund first round KO. Or you can do round 1. The fight ends in round 1 for plus money. I think it's plus 105. You could probably find a little bit better somewhere else. That's what I'm looking at DraftKings. But you can do Edmund round 1, which I wouldn't, because You can just do fight wins in round one at a better odds for some reason. But yeah, there's a lot of spots here that I would like here, and pretty confident Edmund wins this one. And I'm usually not confident whenever Edmund fights and I pick him and or bet against him, but this one I am. I don't know why. Got a feeling in my gut, but I do like him to get that KO. Let's see. Edmund KO, sub. Yeah, that's a good look on DraftKings. What's that at? I mean, that's what's gonna happen. Either or. That is minus 450. So throw that in a crazy parlay, and that's gonna hit for sure. Edmund and Mix is a parlay I played for this weekend. I like it. Just with me personally, I can't do Mix until I see improvement from his last performance, but that's just me. Let's see. Yep, that's it. You said you're probably gonna stay away from this fight?
Yeah, nah. I mean, if the line got too wild, or if I find a prop,
That's why I mean I wouldn't really even attack the money lines here. Like, one of these guys is gonna get it done by finish, So to me, like, just go for it. Like, go for the KO prop, go for the round 1, round 2 KO, go for the sub prop. You're gonna get better value. This
I
fight
don't
is
know,
not. I don't think
both
this
these
fight's
guys'
going
gas tanks
to
suck,
decision.
so I can't rule out like any sort of.
I hear what you're saying, but I'm just saying I would rather take a shot on like Edmund KO round 1, 2, or Andre round 1, 2 sub than like the over 1.5 or like by decision or even the money lines. Like, if I lose, I lose. Like, that happens 7 or 8 times out of 10. But if it just doesn't happen this time, then oh well.
Yeah.
What's up, Lubin? We got another cider in here, Dixon. What's up, Lubin? Appreciate you hanging out with us. Next fight though is gonna be the new one. Abeta Gutier versus Tristan Vines. I'm not gonna break this down. I'm just gonna say Gutier wins this fight by KO round 1. What do you think?
I mean, dude, same. I was gonna say
I'm not breaking down this fight.
I watched a couple of his fights. I'm gonna go watch a couple more, but
I saw him get brutally knocked out in one of his fights, and that's all I need to know.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, this is a harsh debut, bro.
A 3-day short, 4-day short notice by the time fights, maybe 5.
And I'm pretty good at not falling for the hype trains, but man, Gauthier is good, bro, and this dude's a freak. I would not want to fight that fucking guy, man.
No way at all. Not even if I was trying to get in the UFC and they called me like, "Hey, you have to fight Gutier," I'm like, "Nope." No, thank you.
Not for 12K, bro.
No.
I'm good.
Dude, this guy is 23 years old. He looks like he's 30. He's 6'4" middleweight with an 81-inch reach and power for days.
Yeah, no.
You don't want to fight this guy.
No, thank you.
Nope. Pass. Just that's a strong, hard pass, and please lose this number. That's what I would tell the UFC.
I don't even think this Vine dude's that bad. He I think he's better than some of these guys they've had on Contender Series, but Atiba's freaking good, bro. And now he's like training like a professional with like a bunch of good training partners, and God knows the strength and conditioning program he's on. So
yeah, it's wild. I don't have any lines for this fight. I don't think anywhere does yet.
Minus 1,000 would be value, bro. He's gonna knock his dude's
I was gonna
head
say, if you can get the KO prop, round 1 KO, or anything like under minus 300, just throw it in a parlay. Like, that's easy street. But we'll see.
I don't typically advocate for stuff like that, but I seriously think that he's just going to absolutely punt this dude's head into the stands in like a minute, if that.
I agree. My nemesis Dixon Cider is in here. These names are getting out of control, Johnny. You gotta be careful. They're trying to make you stay in some crazy stuff. That's all right. Mini Francis. Yeah, it's true. The only reason why I believe Abeta is 23 is because he can make 185. That's true. That's a good point. That's a good point. He does look like he's 30 though. But that dude's massive for 185.
Huge, bro.
Easily can go up to 205 and probably still crush people. Easily. I couldn't even imagine him being a
God, I hope he doesn't slip on a banana peel. And the UFC, us MMA fighters or fans, we need something. Come on, man. Can we get another free prospect?
I know, right? Yeah, I think he wins by decision, but I could see a late sub maybe, but probably decision. Sanctioned murder. Yeah, it could end up being that for sure. Usman Nurmagomedov and Merab parlay 100% lock. Enjoy. I like. I don't know. I'll tell you what. I bet Usman against Hughes last time, and I felt like I robbed the bank a little bit. Not gonna lie. Did you bet Usman last time?
That fight could have went either way.
It could have went either way, and I'm like, ugh. So, but usually, we always say this. Usually, the rematches don't play out the same way. Whether it's going to be maybe a Usman finish this time, or a Hughes finish, or a Hughes decision that looks like a dominant one. So, I don't think it's going to be a close fight this time. It's going to be one way or the other.
Yeah.
Next fight: Joe Pyfer versus Abus Magomedov. Is it my turn? Well, I guess I'll go because that was an easy one for me that I went last time. I was kind of going back and forth a little bit with this one. I'm not going to lie. I know everybody's on Joe Pyfer. I get it. But I always look at Joe Pyfer's last couple fights, and he is a very, very, very good round one fighter. Very good. Like, maybe top 10 at the moment, not of all time, but top 10 right now of round one fighters. And then after round one, whether he dominates, knocks you down twice or whatever, if it gets to round two, he's like a totally different fighter. He slows down with his volume. He's super durable. He gets hit a lot though, but and then he almost lost that Kevin Gastelum fight. He almost lost that fight, and that's terrible. And he looked good against Jack Hermanson that one fight, and he knocked him down, I believe, and then he just didn't do anything the last 3 or 4 rounds. If he doesn't get a first round finish, you're always sweating his bets. Trust me, I know. I've been doing it a lot. But luckily for him, in this matchup, he's fighting someone almost identical where he looks amazing in round one and then just starts slowing down. And it's going to be fun first round. But if it gets in the round two, though, it's going to be a sloppy, maybe low volume, boring decision one way or another. So take all of that aside, though. I do like Pyfer to win, though. I think he could find a KO early. And if not, I think he can still win a decision. If he wrestles, I think he'd do a little bit better. I don't think he will because he doesn't really do it that often. So if it is a striking fight, I do think Pyfer wins round one. And then you're just going to hope that he can potentially win round 2 and or 3. That's what I think. But I'm going to say Pyfer round 1 KO. But I'm not super confident. What do you think?
I think Abu's going to knock him out, bro.
You think so? Oh, I don't. That's fine. I think it can happen.
Humble Pie is going to. I mean, look, I am pretty good at taking biasness out of it, but is it going to feel a little extra because I cannot stand Pyfer? Yes.
Is that why you're going with the dog? Is because you don't like this guy?
No, of course not, bro. I'll bet against my mother. I'll bet against my mom in the cage fight if I have to. But no. But seriously though, Pyfer, I just think he's been getting away with some, good matchmaking and some. I mean, the Kelvin Gastelum performance, I wasn't impressed.
He almost lost that fight.
Huh?
I thought he almost lost the fight.
Yeah,
Like,
he
it
had
was that
basically
close.
one good moment. And yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, Marc-Andre Barrios, cool. Like, I was all over Jack Hermanson, and people were telling me I was crazy and he was going to get knocked out. And, the fight went exactly
I
how
mean, he
I
almost
figured it would.
did. He almost did, though. Didn't he get dropped in
Joe is
round one?
dangerous early, like you said, but he's a good one-round fighter. After
That's
that,
it.
it's
Yeah,
1-2, 1-2, leg kick. Like,
I know.
you
Yeah,
know,
exactly. That's why I'm
he
like,
turns
I
into
don't
a
want to
fucking robot.
go run to the bookies and bet Piper.
Yeah. Uh, So, would I be shocked if Piper knocked out a Boost early? No, but after, I mean, and yeah, like you said, a Boost slows down too. So, this fight could be a shit show. It could go a lot of ways. And if you're going to give me, over 2-1 on a fight that I think is going to be like highly, volatile, could go a lot of ways. I could see either guy getting knocked out. I could see either guy getting takedowns. So I could see either guy death gassing. So
Mhm.
this could be a sloppy decision. It could be a first round KO either way. So yeah, give me a boost, man, and come on, do it, because this guy is so fucking annoying, dude.
He is
I don't
kind of
put a lot
annoying,
of
I will
stock.
say.
I don't put a lot of stock into interviews, but my God, I had some extra
Him
time.
and
I'm
him
sitting
and
there
Bo
listening to
Nickel,
this.
man. I'm telling you, I don't know. I don't know if
What'd you
it's
say?
like him and Bo Nickel. Like,
Yeah.
I can't stand either one of those guys.
But his talk this week, you can just tell he reads every comment. Like, he searches his name. He's like an
I probably would
egomaniac.
do the
This
same
dude.
thing though.
He's the type of guy that's like, like, oh, I don't care what anybody says, and they care more than anybody.
Yeah.
Like, dude, stop, man. I don't know. But anyways, I just don't think he's that good, man. I think he's big. He's dangerous early, and that's like it.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's
yeah, give
funny
me
because
a
like I
guy who
said
I think
earlier,
matches too well.
yeah, this is a interesting fight because I do think both guys are really similar. Like their style, they're both powerful strikers and they both fade. They're both about the same size. If Piper does wrestle, though, that can make things a little interesting. But he wrestled in one fight, and then he
I
got
don't,
the sub.
man. I don't know. I think a Boost can take his ass down. Honestly,
I mean, he could
uh,
probably could because I'm sure Piper doesn't train anything wrestling, obviously, because he doesn't wrestle. And he's a wrestler.
people are acting like just because I mean, a Boost lost to fucking Sean Strickland right before Strickland got the belt, and uh, and then fucking what's his name? Fighting nerds. Fucking
Prates?
no
Kaio.
yeah, Kyle lost to him and Sean Strickland. Like, bro, and what the hell would they do here in this matchup? Like, what would they do to the freaking Joe Piper?
Yeah.
Joe Piper would punch Sean Strickland's head 50 times in the first round and then get absolutely swarmed and TKO'd into the second, third round. But anyways, that's MMA math. Who cares? I just think Abu's gonna knock him out, bro. Honestly, and even if
Okay.
he doesn't, I think he could. I wouldn't even be shocked if he submitted him, took him down and submitted him. I wouldn't
That'd
be
be
shocked.
wild.
I don't think Piper's that good, bro.
Okay.
Now, again, I think Piper could take him down too, but I think either guy could get on top and either guy could get submitted and either guy could get knocked out. I'll take the guy
No,
that's
I agree.
plus.
I laugh because I do think that's true.
Yeah.
I'm picking Piper, but I am not confident.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I'm just gonna I'm picking a lot of favorites on this card, but Boost is probably my favorite. Based on the line, he's like my favorite underdog of the week. So I'll
okay.
take him.
It's not bad. Where's he at? 215 plus 215, maybe. Let's see. What if Goodyear told all of his friends and family back home to bet him by decision so everyone can buy a house? I mean,
Then it'll be the last time we ever see Atiba fight.
there'll be a lot of houses wherever he lives.
They'll hold it
For
for a
sure.
couple months until the feds swarm their ass and take
Yeah,
every dollar, because
that's true.
if they all of a sudden see a bunch of bets coming out
Well,
of
if it's an
wherever the fuck it's
offshore,
from,
they'll probably
huh?
just hold it. If it's an offshore betting spot, you have to
Yeah,
get some
I mean,
shady places.
Gautier will get fucking shunned out of the UFC. But anyways, that's not
Bal-
gonna happen.
Bilal's fighting Ian Gary. Who you got? Probably Ian Gary. Just going with the gut. I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough. I need time for that one.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I just said a name. Don't take. I probably might change that, but I'm just going with my first initial thought.
Yeah.
Piper round 1 KO. I think, yeah, it could happen for sure. I don't think Abus can eat those shots that Kelvin was taking in the first there. Joe shaved his head after the turkey transplant. It doesn't make any sense, but it is what it is. Why'd you even get the transplant if you're going to shave it? Round 3 could be super sloppy. Oh, for sure. Nothing's going to happen in that round 3. The ref is going to be like, let's go, guys. Like, while they're on the feet, like not doing anything, 4 feet apart. Let's go, guys. Abus is way better than people think. Yeah, I think he's good. I don't think he's bad at all. I'm predicting Piper to look like he got hit by a bus after this one. Abus is the dog of the week for SK. All righty. Next one. Josh Emmett versus Yusuf Zalal. Who do you like?
I think Salah wins, man. Like, I don't have a hot take for this one, like I did maybe for the last one. I think Salah, I mean, Emmett, he can knock anybody out. He's got some good front chokes. If you're playing him, you really might as well take the, like, inside the distance scorecards equals no action, or inside the distance, or knockout.
That's not bad at all.
Maybe something like that. I wouldn't even take early, because I think he's type that carries his power throughout. But
Yeah, he can knock you out in the third round for sure.
yeah, but I think Zalal wins. I think Zalal's coming into his own. This is kind of them trying to get some turnover in the division, which I like Josh, so it sucks, but the division does need it, man. And Zalal probably does belong up there with some of these top 5 guys. So, yeah, I think Zalal's really good, dude. And now that he's actually, finishing some of these guys, where it is, some lower level guys, but still, grappling is looking better. Striking's always been good. Doesn't have a ton of power, but he's durable, good cardio, good grappling, good just at winning minutes. Yeah, I think Zalal wins here 30-27. What do you think, man?
Yeah, I'm the same way too. I was kind of like maybe thinking about seeing if Josh has. I mean, he does have a path, obviously. If he hits Zalal in the right spot, that's his path to victory. I don't think he's going to win a decision here. He's just not really a minute winner. But Zalal is. He's got good footwork around the cage, as we all saw in his last fight. Like, I mean, he's got good grappling too, so I think he can take down Josh if the opportunity presents itself. And Josh really isn't the greatest defensive grappler. Josh can wrestle, but I don't think he's good at stopping takedowns and grappling and stuff. Zalal's not going to knock out Josh. There's no way. I don't see that happening. Maybe a sub later on in the fight, but I think this fight goes to decision. It's probably going to be boring. Josh is going to get angry because nobody wants to come near him, which I don't blame anybody, because that dude hits like a freaking truck, even at the age of 40. But I think Zalal is going to be too quick. He's younger. He's going to have, cardio is probably going to be the same, but he's just going to have better footwork around the cage. Like, maybe if Emmett had a little bit more, like, better leg kicks and, like, to slow people down, like, he needs to do something, because in a big cage, like, that's his kryptonite. Like, everyone's not going to want to go near Josh Emmett because he can knock you out. And I know he gets frustrated. You could see it in the fights, but it's smart. Like, I wouldn't do it. I would just go around the same cage at the same time. Like, there's no way. So I know people are going to be like, oh, Zalal's going to be running away. Well, sure. I would too. The dude hits like a truck, and that's how he's going to win. Just point, fight, and maybe get a takedown, when the opportunity presents itself, and maybe get some grappling going and win that way. And, Josh's KO, I think, or bust. And you said that bet, if you do Josh finish only, it's plus 150. There you go. I think that's a free roll. Zalal could get a submission, but you have to get close to your opponent to get a takedown. I don't know if the law will. You know what I mean? So he's taking a shot, trying to get a takedown. So I wouldn't want to risk it unless I knew I was going to get that takedown 100%. So we'll see. But I like his law by decision. But again, the line is wildly wide. What is he? Minus 500 now? Minus 470?
Yeah, I kind of get it though, man. I think he's gonna win this fight, but
yeah, but you can't play the money line. You can't play that. There's a one chance, and it's a big chance for that lose that bet. He could be a parlay buster. And I believe we said it on your show. Jake Matthews is going to be the parlay buster. And it was a weird scenario how it happened.
The rightful winner won. Fucked everybody. No, I'm playing. No. Look, I get it. If I had Jake, I'd be salty. But the reality is, man, like the right guy won, man. Like Magny didn't tap and he didn't go to sleep.
The ref shouldn't have stopped it. I did, like, as wrong as it was for him to do, I like that he was just like, nope, no, I fucked up. Like, we're going to round 2. Yeah. I'm like, cool, because that's how it should have been, and I'm okay with that. But then again, I didn't have a bet. I didn't have a 11-leg parlay like SK. I would have been completely on the other side if I did. I'd be like, this is fucking bullshit. I want my money. Appeal this shit. Like, because that never happens. But I think that's why a lot of people were up in arms too about it too, because that never happens. Because if a ref fucks up like that, usually they go with the fuck up and then the fight's done and then everybody's mad. So you're going to be mad one way or another. So, but I am kind of glad that they were like, hey, we fucked up. Everything's cool now. We're going to keep going. Okay. Yeah. We're cool. Sweet. Yeah. Like, that's fine. Cool. If they start doing that more and more and more, people won't get as like mad as they would, like, because, you know, correct your mistakes. Don't let a mistake go by and like, oh yeah, it is what it is. Sorry, it was a mistake, but what am I going to do about it? Like, that's not a good answer either. So it's like, come on.
Yeah.
MKO 650. You like it? If you like it, those are good odds. If you like it. So I'll just kind of run away all fight, trying to get decision. Yeah, I can see that. Yep. 100%. I think that's how he does, and that's how he wins. He's good at it. Unless Ilya, Ilya's a different breed, though.
Bro, Olajuwon's comment. Oh my god, I had.
What about Herzog after? Oh, that was wild too,
dude. I had her inside the distance, and she choked her out completely. Then she TKO'd her. Remember, like she was on top of her. The ref like actually touched her shoulder there, and she was beating the shit out of her. I had Whaley inside the distance, and that actually was the spin for me. Like I went negative on the night. And it would have been like a great night. Like I had like a decent amount on that, which was enough to go from a solid night to a negative night. So
yeah,
was not happy about that.
A no contest would have been a fair thing to do in the Magny fight. I agree, but the reason why I kind of don't is because it was at the very, very end of the round and that was able to correct their mistake. Now, if this situation happened, let's say 2.5 minutes into the first round and he stopped it, then you have to stop it. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, well, unless they start making it like a normal thing.
If that happened, I would have just said it should be a win for Jake. Fuck it, you fucked up. But look, I feel you. If I was SK, I'd be fucking pissed.
Well, we're used to seeing like if the ref does mess up like that, it is a no contest. But like I said, the reason why I'm kind of like okay with it, and not because of your bet, because I'd be on the other side. I would be with you if I had a bet like that. Trust me. But the reason why I was okay with it is because it was at the very, very end of the round, and yeah, he made a mistake, but it was corrected. If that makes sense, you know what I mean? Like it was the right thing to do by allowing the fight to go. But if it happened to like 2 minutes into the fight and they stopped it, yeah, probably should be a no contest then. Because then you can't like put them all, sort everything out and then be like, okay, we're starting up again at 2 minutes in the first round. Like that'd be weird. But unless they start doing that, and then I'm okay with that too. Fine. But make an announcement. You know what I mean? Like, do something. Like, we're doing it this way now, so all the fighters know, and then we'll all be good, and then we know. So,
hell yeah.
there you go, Elijah. Yeah, I think I had Whaley in that fight, so and the under. Yeah, Jason's when he's reffing the main event or co-main, it's always dicey. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
To put it nicely. Next fight, though, Yuri Prochazka versus Khalil Roundtree Jr. I'll go ahead and start this one. Yeah, this is going to be a fun fight. Both guys are super dangerous. Both guys like to hit hard. They like to get hit as well. I'm going to lean Yuri in this one. I think the forward pressure that Yuri is going to bring is going to negate a lot of Roundtree's heavy leg kicks. And I still think Yuri is going to get blasted by a couple good ones because he just doesn't check leg kicks, obviously. But when you put Khalil on his back foot, that's when he doesn't really do as well as when he is doing well, as he's the one that's going forward. But Yuri is going to be the one pushing forward, I think, in this fight. And I think he's going to eventually get get striking going here. And I think he can find a KO. I think he'll win by decision too. Khalil is super tough. So that's why I'm not like all about Yuri KO or anything. I think Khalil can knock out Yuri too. So there can be a lot of different outcomes in this one. But I just like the forward pressure of Yuri in this one. So I'm going to go with him just getting more volume, landing better shots, and maybe winning the moments, if you want to say. But Khalil is live for a KO. I mean, he knocked down Jamal Hill like 3 or 4 times in that fight. I think he could knock down Yuri too. Yuri's been getting KO'd pretty badly as of late, but against, pretty good guys. And Khalil is very, very, very durable. So, I mean, you can maybe look at the over 1.5. I mean, that's not a bad spot in this one. -150, -155. I think it could sneak over. I do think someone's going to get KO'd, though. I don't know when, but I'm going to say it's going to be Khalil, though, by Yuri. What do you think?
Yeah, no. Well, first, shout out to Paku for the super chat.
Sure.
What up?
Big ups to my friend Brando getting it done on Saturday. Yeah, he made it look easy. Most nervous I've been for a fight, and he looked great. Yeah, he did look great. I'm excited for him too. Heavyweights need some blood, younger blood, and new blood, and any blood really to stay in there. And like they don't cut after like 2 fights. So hopefully, I think he'll stick around. He's pretty. You look pretty good to me. So
yeah, he did look good. But no. Anyway, sorry I threw you off there. But
you're good, man.
No, this fight, I think someone's going to sleep. And I was tempted in this one because, like I said, there's not a lot of underdogs I love on this card. Couple that I'm going with, but so I was tempted to be like, oh, in this type of fight, man, it might be just one you want to just take the dog. But honestly, I think I think Yuri does win. Like, I think he should be the favorite. Yeah, I mean, if they fight 10 times, it's probably like 6 for Yuri. Like
6 or 7.
Someone's probably getting knocked out 9 of the 10 times in my eyes. I will say it's like a 14-1 Yuri by sub. That might be kind of interesting to me. Just because I think someone's getting knocked out, but I mean, I've seen Roundtree get subbed by actually I think it might have been 12-1, but it hasn't even opened up to a lot of books yet. But I think it was Bet Online. But yeah, I just think in case they do grapple, could be interesting. But Yuri just finds a way to win, man. He's a dog. Dude's fucking huge for the division. He hits like a truck. I know he has the worst defense in the UFC. Not actually, but hands at his waist while he's in the pocket. But he finds a way to make it happen. And I tried to fade him against Reyes. Had some moments there. And then I tried to fade him against actually before that, I tried to fade him with Vulcan. Had some moments there. Both times gets the dub. Then I finally was able to get some of that back in the 2 Alex fights. But in this fight, man, I think Roundtree, like, he's pretty well rounded. And yeah, he could knock out. He could definitely, either guy could get knocked out. But overall, I just think Yuri's a little bit more skilled, bigger guy. Just probably can take punishment a little better. I mean, Roundtree's tough, and yeah, we all saw the Alex fight, but I don't know. I just think Yuri, like I've seen him because the defense is so bad, take shots that I don't know if Roundtree can. So, yeah, I'll take Yuri knockout. What do you think, man?
Yeah. I think, like I said, I think someone gets KO'd. I'm gonna say Yuri finds it, and I think it's gonna be later in the fight, like over 1.5, like maybe late round 2. But Khalil's gonna be live for a KO anytime too. So both guys are gonna be live. I'm just debating if I want to play this fight in any way, if I just play the over 1.5, or do I just do Yuri? So they're both pretty the same line almost, but it's very minimal difference, and that's where I'm like kind of debating if I wanted to put a play on this fight. Either play I like is, do I want to sweat 5 minutes, or do I want to sweat Yuri not getting knocked out?
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm trying to like decide for me, but I do like Yuri to win though.
Yeah, me too.
Not super confident, like a medium confident pick, just because Khalil's, he can knock out anybody really,
For sure.
So let's see. Super stoked for Yuri and Roundtree. I can see both via KO. I can too. I do think Yuri's pressure will be too much. That's what 100%. That's what I 100% agree with you. That's the pressure I think will make the difference in this fight from Yuri. If Yuri didn't put pressure on it, I mean, he would push back Alex Pereira. Like, he doesn't care. So I know what he's going to do, and Khalil will just back up. I've seen Khalil back up. He backed up against Jamal, right? Or Jamal Hill, even Pereira, and I think that's what's going to happen. And if he pushes forward, though, then it can be a different story. But we'll see. Weird fight. Roundtree got the better fight IQ. Only 3 rounds, so Roundtree can survive. Yeah, I think both guys can survive. That's why I kind of like the over. It'd be a weird decision, but I went with a Sterling decision on your show, and that played off. So, what was the odds on that? Like plus 400 or something crazy? 300?
I think it was like 4, wasn't it?
It was something crazy. I'm like, I'm gonna do it, and then Finesse went with the Bellato by decision.
Yeah.
Roundtree for you, I don't mind it. Don't mind it at all. Does this fight go the distance? I would say no, but I think there is a world where it could, if that makes sense. That's why I kind of like the over 1.5, because it kind of like, if I see a finish, it'll be later. So that, not early for some reason. I don't know why. I'm weird like that. Roundtree's well-rounded. A play. Yeah, there you go. All right, co-main, Merab Dvalishvili versus Corey Sandhagen. Is it my turn or your turn? I don't care. I'll go.
I'll go. Go ahead.
I think Corey's awesome. I like Corey as a fighter, but unfortunately, he's coming through the Merab train, and I try to fade Merab so many times, and it just never works out. So guess what? Picking Merab to win. The chain wrestling, it's just going to be too much for Corey. I think Corey's the better striker. He probably is the better fighter on paper, honestly, well-rounded. But Merab's got the heart, the durability, the cardio, and the relentlessness and the pace, and I think that's just what's going to do it. I think it'll be a close decision, probably 48-47. Maybe one judge gives Merab 49-46, but that's what's going to happen. I've seen it time and time again. I've tried to fade Merab several times. Honestly, I'm just not going to do it anymore. I'm not falling for the trap. I know what he is. Maybe when he's, how old is this guy? 35, 34. Maybe when he's 38, I will start to fade him more now, but not in the next 4 years. I don't think there's anybody that can beat him. His style is too crazy. Just no one can. Somebody's going to have to get a flash KO on him. like or like a crazy sub like almost Ricky Simone did. Other than that, like there's just no way. You're not going to beat Merab by decision, especially in 5 rounds. There's no way. So Merab by decision. What do you think?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's hard to add much. I mean, I like Merab. I mean,
I like
yeah,
Corey Sandhagen. I think he's an awesome
yeah.
fighter. He's fun to watch. All of his fights are entertaining, except the one that I went to and saw him against Rob Font in Nashville. But he tore his freaking tricep or bicep or whatever it was, and he had to wrestle for 5 rounds, which was boring. But other than that, he's fun.
Yeah. No, I like Corey. I'm a fan. And seeing plus 300 next to his name
I
is
know.
tempting.
It's tempting. Very.
You see some of these props, they are tempting. I just think it's going to be a value loser. Like Corey is dangerous. He's good everywhere. He can knock out anybody. He's got unorthodox strikes and good submissions, but Merab's only getting better, man. I think Merab sub plus 950. That was kind of calling my name a little bit.
I like it.
I get everybody's going to chalk it to a decision, but I'll be looking at some potential cute little props like that. I don't think Merab could knock him out unless he were to like crucifix him and it was like a ref mercy stoppage. But I could see a little sneaky sub.
Do you think the sub happens early or late? Middle?
I would probably just play the 950 overall, man. But because I think it could happen anytime. Probably not early. Probably at least like 3rd, 4th, 5th. But
That's
would
what
I
I
be
was
shocked
thinking.
if it was earlier? No.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Might be a little fun play to do there. If you have FanDuel, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Sub. Maybe even 2, 3, 4. That's why I was wondering if you like middle or late.
Yeah, that's
But
why
yeah.
I don't know. 2, 3, 4 probably. 2, 3, 4, to be honestly.
When did he get the sub in his last fight?
Oh, was that the 2nd or the 3rd?
Third round. Late 3rd round.
Yeah.
So you definitely, whatever bet you do, if you want to do a sub crazy dart, make sure round 3 is in there. But don't do 1, 2, 3. Do 2, 3, 4 or 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Like it. Yeah. I like I said, I try. I'll name the times I tried to fade him. I tried to fade him against Umar. I tried to fade him against Sean O'Malley the first time. I think I tried to fade him against Piotr Jan, which that was awful. I think I even tried to fade him against Jose Aldo. Like literally almost every fight, almost. But I can't do it. I don't think maybe it wasn't Aldo. I know it was Jan, Umar, and the first time with O'Malley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not doing. No, not anymore. Not until until he loses. I can't do it. My heart won't let me. So
understandable.
Why isn't Merab minus 1,000? I mean, Corey. I mean, I get it, but I get what you're saying as well. But yeah, I understand. Ulysses, what's up, man? What's up, guys? Appreciate you hanging out with us, coming out. I've learned my lesson going against. Yeah, I did too. Do you guys have a meal or snack while watching fights? I do like me some pizza, like the classic stuff. Like I'm not trying to like go crazy. Something easy to eat while I'm watching Doritos as snacks or whatever. Like that's what I usually go with. Chicken wings, like any sports related food. That's what I watch or I eat while I'm watching. What about you, Cody? Do you have anything crazy? You like making tacos or something?
For sure. I'm going burgers, pizza.
There you go.
Handhelds.
Tacos isn't a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, something handheld, easy. You
exactly.
know, chicken wings can get a little crazy if you go crazy on the sauce, but I usually don't. I like the dry rub. I like a dry rub chicken wing. That's just me. But
yeah.
Seems Sandhagen needs a loaded shotgun to beat Merab. I doubt Sandman would win even with a pistol. I agree. Merab's insane. Rob has to be on gear. Last 3 fights for me, yeah. I like I said, I think I did bet Merab the second O'Malley fight, so his last fight. I just didn't think he was going to be my sub. I just bet his money line in a parlay, which is probably what I'm going to do again because minus if he's not minus 500, I think he is okay for a parlay. In any fight that he's in, should win. I don't see any bantamweight coming close to beating him anytime soon.
Yeah.
Main event, Magomed Ankalaev versus Alex Pereira. Who do you like in this rematch matchup?
Yeah, I mean, I was the guy like 5 years ago on my YouTube saying that ANKALAEV would beat John Jones and he was the best 205er in the world. I was on this guy's freaking hype train. The funny thing is, I bet him in all these fights and then faded him in the title fight because I honestly thought, I mean, I said I thought it was going to go to decision and be close.
It was.
It did do that, but it went the wrong way.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to say, oh, well, now I've seen so much evidence that's going to change. Like, we haven't seen anything, and the lines changed so much. So, because of that, it's like, I guess you have to say it would be dog or pass, right? I mean, unless we're strictly going into like narrative, like, oh, Alex is with Nina Drama and he's doing the shaved head thing and all this and that. Like, that's the only type of narrative shit that I'm seeing for the line to not be like closer is, oh, well, he's not locked in or something like that. It's like, we haven't seen anything on paper other than what we saw in their fight, which was a 48-47, could have went either way decision.
There was one rando judge that gave a 49-46 to Magomed, though.
Yeah. But regardless, just a close decision. So I think ANKALAEV should win. I mean, he should be the favorite based on, you know, we just saw these guys fight. ANKALAEV won in my eyes, slightly edged it. I mean, you know, me personally, I think the scoring criteria should be a little different. And then it gets a little bit more interesting because I just don't score like clinching up against the cage. But he did have the best moment of the fight, which was in the second round when he hurt him.
Yeah.
But you know, could go.
But then again, you can't judge it that way either because you have to do each round as a separate fight, basically.
Yeah, exactly. But so it is what it is. It was a close fight. I think the line probably is a bit wide because we just saw them fight go close. But I get Alex is the older guy. Rematches tend to favor the younger guy. He's also the champ now, not the older guy who's almost 40 who just lost the belt. Like, there's things working against him. He should be the underdog. I mean, I like the Yuri and Merab subs are kind of interesting. I'm not gonna lie, Alex decision at like 12-1, kind of interesting because they literally just fought to a split decision.
That is pretty interesting, actually.
They just fought to a split decision. We know also if there's any biasness, who do you think they want who do you think everybody in the fucking stadium wants to win the fight? The UFC, the judges, the fans, I'd say there's probably as many Pereira fans in Russia as there are ANKALAEV. Okay, that might be a stretch, but even the Russians don't tend to come out for their boy ANKALAEV. So I don't know, man. ANKALAEV is the pick, but definitely not.
He's a different Russian,
think?
though. There's two separate Russians.
Yeah. I mean, but still, I didn't think all of Russia. Like, I don't see people caring about this guy's fights.
Yeah, I think there's a reason.
Because he found a way to make an Alex Pereira fight boring.
Yeah. I mean, what you said, I agree with. Like, I think Magomed wins. I was on the Pereira side last time. I did think it was a very close fight. I did think that Magomed won. And I'm not trying to be biased. Like, I was trying to be like non-biased because whenever I have bets, I'm a little skewed towards my bets. But I did think it was a 48-47 win, though, for Magomed. The 49-46 I thought was a little crazy, but that's just me. Do I think that'll happen again? Honestly, I do think it will be another close decision. I think these are the two best lightweights in the world, and they're going to show it again. I don't see a knockout. Both guys are pretty durable. If Magomed had a little more power in his hands, I would run to go bet his KO prop, but you can't because this dude doesn't really KO anybody. Like, he got a good shot on him, but like, it didn't drop him. Like the only person he can knock out are like chinny guys, as in Johnny Walker and Anthony Smith, and then Ian Cutelaba twice, and one of them wasn't really even a knockout. So like this guy's not finishing anybody. So that's why I like the overs. I like the, if I go to decision here, Pereira is going to be the side that, could potentially find a finish. But if there is a finish though, maybe later in the fight with Magomed, maybe he can catch Pereira in some, a crazy right hook or something crazy that he's not looking for, like kind of like Izzy did, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to break down both these guys. We know how these guys fight. The only thing that would worry me with Magomed, and if you had a bet on him, is the leg kicks of Pereira. Like Magomed doesn't really check leg kicks. So if Pereira gets those leg kicks going early in round one, even if he doesn't win round one, but he's landing some very good leg kicks live, that could be a good time to bet Pereira, because the movement of ANKALAEV, he's not going to be shooting takedowns or anything. Maybe he might cage, push up against the cage like the majority of the time because he doesn't want his legs beaten up anymore. We saw it against Jan. So I thought Jan won that fight, by the way. So give me ANKALAEV to win again. Another very close decision. You can maybe, if you want something a little crazy, like Pereira plus 5.5 spread is plus 100. If you think it's going to be a close fight, that's not a bad bet at all. And like I said, that Rogue 49-46 to Magomed, I don't think that was right. So that should have been a 48-47 all around, and you would have won that bet. Well, actually, no. Yeah, you would have won that bet I was doing calculations in my head if it was all 48. So I think Pereira could win 2 rounds. That wouldn't be, and if you like Pereira, like that's just a safe bet instead of just doing the money line or KO. So it covers all the bases and you're still getting plus money. So yeah, give me ANKALAEV to win. Close decision. I think these are the 2 best lightweights right now. Light heavyweights.
Agreed. Man, if Pereira does win, he's gonna knock Goldberg the fuck out. That's a bad matchup.
We'll go to Goldberg now that you say that. I don't think he's that good. Like he's got power and he lands at the right time, but man, if he fights anybody remotely durable,
not beating either of these guys.
I don't think he is beating either of these guys for sure. So yeah,
don't put that into existence, Ulysses.
Imagine Unk gets that would be wild because
Unk in the crucifix. No, I'm kidding.
I can see that more, but let's see. Elijah one likes the over or the under. I'm sorry. If you like the under, I would just bet Pereira by KO then.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lay chalk on that.
I just don't think Magomed's gonna knock out Pereira. He had one moment and he didn't even knock down Pereira. He just stumbled him. So one moment in 25 minutes, I don't think it's gonna happen. So, but I would do Pereira by KO if you like the under. You get better odds.
Yeah.
I feel that in order for Poatan to give himself a chance, he needs to be more aggressive. I think this will open him up to getting KO'd. I mean, it could. Magomed does not KO anybody, though. It would have to be something that just Pereira doesn't see and just absolutely just Magomed just lands it perfectly on his chin. That's it. So it's kind of like the Izzy thing. I think that's how it has to happen. Heart says Alex, but the mind says Magomed. Yeah, you got to go Magomed then. Don't trust your heart. Your heart will screw you over too many times. Trust me. He for sure needs to let his hands go more. He knows he can stuff the takedowns, but what if he gets overconfident in that from the last fight and gets him takedown easily? It's true. Yeah, I think everything goes towards Ankh. It's at the power. That's it. And leg kicks. Those are 2 things.
Yeah.
Yeah. But all right. This is the time of the show. We're gonna do our easy money parlay, and we're gonna do a fun parlay. Let's do the easy money. We're on a lot of the same fighters, so I think this will kind of be pretty easy to decide. The problem is going to be how to get this to plus 100 or so. That's going to be the issue.
Are we just both picking a leg, or how does this work?
We could both like agree on both legs. Like, we don't have to like, but me and you are like on like pretty much every fight except like 2. So we're gonna agree with a lot of stuff. I like to be in agreement if we can.
Yeah,
because that way we can both agree on it.
I'm trying to think. For plus 100.
I'm trying to get to the lines, and why can't I get to them?
Yeah, I mean, I think Merab and Zalal are both winning, but outside of them,
I don't mind putting Merab as one leg, and then but we just have to find something that can bring that to, like,
I mean,
close to plus 100. So we need like maybe like a minus 150, 160.
we could go Daniel Santos and Merab.
I don't hate that. Plus 115.
I don't hate it.
Is there any overs you like a lot or unders?
For this parlay or the next one?
Just for this one, if maybe we wanted to switch it up instead of doing money lines.
I'm
looking. I mean, there's some overs I do like, but like, I don't know if they're more confident. Like, Merab is like super confident for me. Santos, I'm pretty confident. I wouldn't put him as like a high confidence, but I like him as a medium for sure.
No,
but
it's more like based on the line, you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And the line is making it okay for me to like, yeah, I'll definitely bet this. But if Santos was like minus 250, I wouldn't want to bet that.
Yeah, like as far as the parlayable, you know, I like Merab. I like Zalal. I like.
I mean, we could try to do a 3. I like Zalal.
I'd rather even just do fucking just the 2.
Okay.
Yeah, if we're just trying to get even.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I like that. I don't want to think too hard about those.
And then for the other one, what are we doing? Props?
Yeah. We'll try to do like a cycle if you want. We don't have to do like a cycle, but like just 3 kind of props that'll get us to like plus 1,000 or better.
Okay.
I like Edmund KO a lot. I know you're not super high on that, but I love it.
I mean, it's the most likely scenario, I think. So I don't hate it. Let me keep looking here.
I mean, it's not the greatest line. I think it's like minus 150, 160 or so, but that could be like a safe-ish. Yeah.
Yeah, I was definitely going to give you a boost KO or
minus 190. Never mind. We won't do the straight KO on that one if we do it.
But no, if we're doing prop. Or what are you thinking? Are you going to do the 1?
If I do anything with Edmund, I might just do round 1 or round 2 KO. That's like I saw that on FanDuel at minus 125.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
Yeah, I could see a boost KO. I mean, he could win by decision, honestly, but
I think Andre will get hit before round 3 and knocked down.
Yeah, I'll say a boost KO. It's like plus 650.
Oof. I hate that fight. I don't even want to touch that fight.
I mean, or even, I'll say a boost KO. Yeah, I also like
we should do the Hardy bet.
Oh, ends inside the distance.
Yeah,
that line's probably only going to get better. I think it's plus 275 right now, though. Yeah.
I mean, that would be our crazy leg, and then we can do 2 like semi-safe ones, and we just hope for the best.
We can do that. Let's do it.
Okay, let's think of. Well, we can do Edmund KO if you like. Do you like Edmund KO?
What's the line on that?
I mean, on DraftKings it's -190, but DraftKings doesn't have the greatest props. I think on. Let me see on FanDuel what it is there.
Yeah, are we doing a 3-legger or 2?
3.
Okay.
3 for this one, because that way what we normally do is like 2 semi-safe and then 1 kind of risky, like plus 200 or so. And then usually those end up like last week. I did a cycle. I did Brando KO. I did Jimmy Crute sub, and then I did who was a decision. Shit, it's on the tip of my tongue. Someone by decision, and I was like plus 1200.
Yeah, we actually hit a cycle last week. We had Brando round 1 KO. We actually added the round 1 in there. Jimmy Crute.
Oh, Jenkins. That's what it was. Well, remember when we did that? I was like, that's literally my cycle parlay. Except I just did Brando, just normal KO, not round 1 KO.
Yeah.
I was like, I like it, and like I think it paid double just with adding round 1 KO instead of just KO. It was insane. Yeah. What am I looking up again? I forgot. Edmund.
What are you trying to find?
So on FanDuel, you can get the KO at -165 for Edmund instead of 190.
Yeah.
We could just do round 1, round 2 KO. That's -125. I don't think this fight gets in the round 3.
Yeah, me neither.
So I'm willing to go that route to get a little better odds.
Yeah. Throw that in there, and then
Do you want to try to do a cycle?
Yeah.
Or do you? Okay, so we need to find someone for a sub. Who do you like for sub?
Let's do.
Doesn't have to be,
sub, bro.
I mean, that's crazy though.
What's the law sub?
Plus 900 for Marab. Zalal sub. I don't know if he's even going to shoot a takedown though. That's my problem. Plus 500. I feel more confident with Marab sub, honestly.
Yeah, I'm Patchy
Mix sub. Veronica Hart.
Probably kind of shit on that.
Probably, but I could always check it. But we just need something. It's not even out yet on FanDuel. What's it at? It will be around plus 175. That could be like.
Yeah, we can do that.
We can do that when it comes out. And then we need a decision. We could do Basharat decision. We could do Zalal decision.
We could do Walker decision.
We could do Magomed decision.
What'd you say?
Magomed decision. Brogan Walker, get out of here.
Yeah.
Magomed decision is not bad actually. It's plus like 140.
Or Big Onk by decision.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I meant by Magomed. I'm sorry, not the other Magomed.
Yeah.
ANKALAEV by decision is plus 145. I think that's pretty good.
Or Macy by decision.
Or wait. Let's be a little safe with ANKALAEV.
Let's do it.
round 4-5 decision, just
All
in
right.
case. That's plus 105.
Cool.
And then what would be
ANKALAEV.
ANKALAEV. I probably said that. My bad. I say that a lot. Yeah. So if FanDuel's line for patchy mix is about plus 200, it'll be like it would be plus 100 if you're cool with that. Or do you want to look for something a little bit better?
No, that works. That's cool.
Is there a different sub? Who else do you like for sub? Let's go through that, because I like what we got the first two for sure. I like Magomed 4-5 decision. I like Edmund round 1-2 KO. Who do you think could be a good sub spot other than
Merab choking him out, but you know,
that's just a single bet. Just single bet that.
I mean, Bashra could get the sub.
He could. What's that line? Just in case. Plus 400. I don't think there's a lot of sub spots on this. Do you think?
No, I don't.
Just like maybe 2 or 3 fighters, I think I could see a sub.
Yeah, I'd say Bashra or Merab.
Is there any other like KO prop or decision prop you like? We can just do that. We don't have to do a cycle. I was just thinking if we could. I don't want to force it.
I'll say boost KO.
I would say Yuri KO plus 100. We need something like plus 200 though.
Yeah. I don't know. Yuri KO. Other than that, I'm going big dog ones like
that
you're not gonna like.
That you're not gonna like. Fuck. We got the 2. I'm just trying to think of one more. We could do the Hardy. I'm not in love with it, but that'll give us like plus 275.
What Hardy? What?
Just fight doesn't go the distance.
Yeah, I think that fight. I mean, at least plus 275 is solid.
Both on Vanderford.
Yeah, but I don't
want to touch that one.
Okay.
Let's just go with their guns. Let's go with our first one that we're going to do, patching mix by sub. I think there's going to be a lot of spots for him to get a sub. I think both guys are going to be grappling.
Yeah, I like it.
Let's roll with that.
I like it.
That'll give us close to plus 1,000, if not a little over. So I'm okay with that. It's fine. 4-5 decision. All right. That'll be the beer money fun parlay. It's around plus 1,000. Trust me, bro.
Hell yeah. That's the house.
There you go. All right. Well, appreciate everybody hanging out with us for a little over 2 hours. But before we go, Cody, let everybody know where they can find you, what you got going on, all that good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, at Coty MMA on pretty much everything. YouTube and Twitter, most importantly, or X, whatever. because that's where I post my betting stuff. I actually wanted to wait my full card break for this card. So you can check that out at Coty MMA on my YouTube. It should be going up literally any second now.
There you go.
And then, yeah, outside of that, man, I'm going to do Wager Wars tomorrow night. Going to have 2 great guests. So check that out, 7 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night. We usually do 8 p.m. We're going to go a little early tomorrow. So check that out. That's about it, man. Like this video. Subscribe to Johnny. Check me out. Subscribe over there.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
you, man.
Do it all. Yep. And if you need me for Wager Wars again, let me know.
Hey, we'll definitely have to get you on there again, especially after you killed it last week. Now you got to come back on.
I'm back.
Now you're in like the top 5, I'm pretty sure.
Let's go. I think I was only on the show twice and I won twice. So let's go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, dude.
All right, man. All right, guys. Take care.
Hope you make some
good
money.
luck. Yeah, good luck with everybody. Good luck with your picks. Good luck with your bets. Hopefully we gave you some insight and we win you a little bit of money. So good luck. Take care and have fun. See you next time.